Hello everybody and welcome to another Jarrison Time informational video. In the following video, we'll be looking at a manual import from a clocking file. When manually importing a clocking file, it allows the user to import employee clockings as well as employee information. This can be done for existing or new employees. A manual import could be used, for example, when a network problem has occurred that does not allow your device to connect to the system. Before using Jarrison Time, let's first have a look at the import file. For this, we will need to be on the machine that is running Jarrison Time. Then we can go ahead and open up the File Explorer. Then double-click on the C drive, then Program Files 86, then Jarrison Systems, then Jarrison Time. And once we are here, we can then scroll all the way to the bottom until we find the templates. Then we will look for the import clocking from file template. Select it, right click and copy. After that, we will then right click and paste it onto our desktop. Then we can double click on the file. With the new file open, let's take a look at what information is needed. First thing we will see is that there are no headers, as this specific import file does not need any. Then we will take a look at the information needed for each column. The first column is the employee number, which is an alphanumeric field. After that, we have the date of clocking and the time of clocking. These three fields are mandatory fields that are needed for the file to import successfully into Jarrison Time. After that, we have optional columns that can be used as needed. And under that, we have a list of formats for the dates that must be used to make sure that the file can import into Jarrison Time. Now let's head all the way to the top of the file. To use this file, we will only need the information of the employees in the top rows. From there, we can then remove all of the other information below. Now let's insert the information that we would like to import. Once we are done with inserting the information that we would like to import, we will then have to save the file. When saving, please remember that the file name is very important, and for the file name format, contact your system administrator. Then we will save our file by going to File, then Save As, then saving it onto the desktop. Here we will insert the file name given by the system administrator and make sure that the save as type is CSV, delimited, and then we can click on the save button. Now that we've saved our file with the correct naming convention, let's head over to Jarrison Time. Now that we have opened Jarrison Time, first thing we are going to do is take a look at the employee list. This is only to confirm that there is a single employee in the list before we import. From here, we can then proceed with the import by going to our menu bar, then clicking on Import, then Clockings. Then the Import Clocking window will appear. Here we can see the path and file name that will display per the configuration of the system. And note that what is seen here is just for example. When importing, we have a few checkbox options we can use. First, let's take a look at the Update Existing Employee from File option. This will allow the system to import and change any information that is in Jarrison Time to the new information found within the file. Then we have the Only for Employees in the List option. With this ticked, we will only import information for the employees who are currently in the list. Please note that this will be affected by the filter should there be one loaded. For today's example, we will not be using these options. Once done, we will then click on the import button. As mentioned previously, with this import, we can import information for existing and new employees, and that will depend on your system configuration settings. Now displayed here, we have the new employees details that we have inserted into today's example file, and the system is asking us if we want to import this employee. We will then click the Yes button. The system will then confirm what information we want to add. If there is any extra information, we can change it to ensure that all of the employees' details are correct, or we can leave it as is if we are happy with the employees' details. Once we are done, we can then click on the Save button. The system will then advise us there that 4 clockings were imported, as well as 1 employee who was added. We can then click on the Close button. To conclude our example, we will then click on the employee list, and here we will see that our new employee is listed within the system. We can then also double check to see if the clocking has imported correctly by going to our icon bar and clicking on daily summary. Here for our new employee, we will see that we have an in-clocking as well as an out-clocking. Now that we have done all of that and double checked our information, we can then close the window and go on working with Jarrison Time. That will be all for this video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.